Good morning. I read that the Senate voted in favor of a bill that would punish people for speaking out anything that can be regarded as anti-Jewish. An anti-Semitism bill. The First Amendment clearly states that Congress, they don't have the right or power to have in place any law that would infringe on our freedom of speech. Period. But because they are cucks for Israel, they decided that our freedom of speech isn't as important as them serving the interests of a foreign power. The same thing is in place in Europe. You have people that would have the courage to put out facts concerning what took place in Germany during the time of the war, and they would be tried and imprisoned because they put out some inconvenient facts. That's in Europe. What the Senate wants is for us to have what they have in Europe here in America. Well, America was founded by those who did not want to be under the tyranny of Europe. Europe is still a tyranny. They don't have freedom of speech there. We have it here. That's what makes America different than Europe. But the Senate wanted to please the Isreali Lobby so much that they were willing to infringe on our right of freedom of speech, even if it goes against the First Amendment. Let that sink in for a moment. You have a group of lawmakers that do not put your interests first. They put the interests of a foreign power before yours. And let's call it as we see it. Our government is under foreign domination. But so-called conservatives are not calling the Senate out on this because it's favorable to the Isreali lobby. The rule is, if anything is favorable to the Isreali lobby, you're not supposed to speak out against it if you are a conservative. Well, I'm not a conservative. All right? I'm an American nationalist. So any right-minded American nationalist would protest, be incensed against this move made by the Senate. If you're not angry about this, you need to check on your political sensibilities. Do you like the idea, as an American, raised with the heritage of wanting to be a free people, to not be under any rule from any king or any other dictator or whatever? The thought of being under foreign domination should be repugnant to you. I'm pissed off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protest against this because I'm an American and I don't like being pushed around. I don't like the idea of a group of lawmakers having the audacity to infringe on my freedom of speech. But I read an article saying, it's not so much infringing your freedom of speech. Well, I beg to differ, because any law no matter what the intent is, okay, that infringes on your freedom of speech is betrayal. It's treason. Okay? It's treason. It shouldn't matter to you whether you're one that has some kind of political affinity with Israel. Just the fact that no matter what it is that the Senate can go ahead and pass a bill should be enough reason for you to protest against this. So, contact your senator and protest this infringement on your right of freedom of speech.